adding in like a little warp animation?
Uh, that's yeah. That shouldn't be too difficult.
Like like if it paused, like if it paused the game maybe, or I'm just trying to think of how that would work, because we would want to zoom out and show the ship in its entirety to then show you how big it is. You know what I mean? Like it adds to like the effect of, oh crap, this thing's huge. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's one thing I'll have to work on is how that. Uh,
Like how to make it zoom out and play that.
yeah, like the one thing is I don't know if you can zoom the camera out to show more than your viewport, and I think your viewport sets the like actual game window size.
Okay.
Uh, so the one thing I was another way to do it is like when we have that animation playing, right? It's almost like in Star Wars, like you just see the ship and it's getting bigger and it's bigger as it comes out. So you're just kind of watching it get huge and then take up the whole screen. So then that also tells you that how big it is.
Okay.
Like when they have that Star Destroyer kind of fly over and it's just like it's still going, it's type of thing. So like we have the portal opening that is gonna take up one whole side of your the 1080p screen, and then you're just gonna see a huge ship start to spawn appearing from it, and like we don't even have to let the animation finish essentially to then pop back to the player as it's like still spawning. Like, okay, yeah, that thing's really large.
Right.
It kind of gets that same thing across.
So you can move the camera. Like
Yeah.
you could freeze the game, move the camera,
Yep.
play the animation, and then move the camera.
Yep.
Okay.
So like with my transitions currently, I could have it like follow the ship away, but I want it to, there's the point where like when that ship is off the screen, it's doing that fade out. Like that triggers it. But essentially I could have just had the camera start looking at that new instance, because I actually destroyed the player. And then it just, in a single frame, it's spawning another object on top of it at the same angle, so that it you don't even notice anything happen. You just think that your ship decided to start flying by itself.
I got you. Okay.
So that's how that works. So having the camera just change its targets shouldn't be terrible. It's gonna it's not gonna work at first, but I know how to do it, or at least I have an idea of a way to do it.
All right.
And it should work.
Warp transition, and then I'm gonna come up with maybe like a captain-ish character that maybe is maybe his like almost like Giovanni was like in Pokemon, where it was like
I was thinking of like
he was like mainly like shadow up top.
Yeah. So I was thinking of like kind of paying homage to either one I would like somewhere. It can't look exactly like it, but I want the Pirate Software logo. Like if someone looks at it and like quickly they're like, was that? Because like if I hadn't like started listen, like if he hadn't showed up on Drop Frames, I would have never known he existed. I would not be doing this.
Right.
So I want that. Maybe that can be on the ship somewhere, and then maybe the captain of the ship could have. I don't know if you watch Ezekiel.
We have a pirate boss.
Yeah, we could do it there too. But then another thing I want to do is because I give him my Prime sub every month. Ezekiel the third, he's on Drop Frames. I
Oh, okay.
I have asked him like in his chat is like, hey, I'm making a game. Would you like test it every now and then? So like, just homage to him because I think he's a great streamer, and I think Co Carnage gets a lot more push because Co Carnage gets a little, he has more views. So devs go look at him. I want to pay some homage to him. So it could be shadowed, but it could have his beard, and it kind of look like his beard.
Yeah, I mean, I could make it look like him.
Because I doesn't have to look exactly like him, right? I don't have the rights to do that, and we don't have the money to pay him. But just like pay a little homage, like
I mean, even if I drew him, it's not gonna look just like
yeah. But do that because then like, hey, I do want to be like, hey, we have this beta. You don't have to play it on a stream. I'm not asking you to, and I probably don't want you to. But check this out. Also, when you get to the boss, look closely for a moment, and if you don't like what we did, let us know. Because I've watched him for a while because he did a lot of like D&D stuff on It Me JP's channel before JP stopped doing all that, and he's actually like a pretty decent actor in things. So I'd rather push for like paying homage to him in the game over like Co or someone. Co's great, but Co's already in actual games.
Right.
Like Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. Do that.
But it's up to you. If you have an idea, you can take it. I just I just want to pay homage to Pirate Software for sure. And then to Zeke.
Take Zeke and just put him in a military outfit and then we're done. And okay, yeah, so that and then boss intro and all that. Something that pops up on the screen. So take this, these, boom.
I will say one thing. Well, it's like I'm not exactly sure how that pop-up's gonna work in Game Maker. I know for a fact though in Godot it's very easy.
Yeah.
Like you literally can like make it out what it looks like before you even compile the game and see it. Like I'm leaning more for Code of Honor to go into Godot, which hopefully will just be harder for me. And more in the fact of that it's just a different scripting language.
Yeah.
But I should be able to figure it out fine.
Yeah. Generally the art stuff is all the same from what I've seen. Because a lot of the tutorials that I've watched, like for 3/4 top down and all that stuff, like it doesn't matter what engine you're using, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Because the file size is the file size.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, so all this orange is my vacation. That's what we're doing.
Sounds good. And I have
and a new player sprite.
Yeah, I mean I will say this. I'm waiting to buy the license until we have a full title screen.
Mm-hmm.
That main menu screen. Once that's there, I'm gonna be like, all right, here we go. Yo-Yo Games. Here's my $100.
Yeah,
because
there's one other thing I wanted to work on.
Yeah.
Where's it at? It's on my thing. Oh yeah, so effects on different tiles or different surfaces. This right here. What do you think about that? Like when the player is like flying over these trees, it would be cool to have like some sort of like trail. Like so if this is the player having like some sort of like pathing trail that's like behind him, like almost like a particle thing, that like is kind of like wiggling leaves, or like if he's flying over water, it would be, or like if the player was idling over water, it would be like white, or if he was moving really fast over the water, it would be white-ish. Just to show like the power of the ship.
Yeah, I'd have to think on that. I think it wouldn't. It should be able to be done um, using the particle system in Game Maker. The
But
only
if I had it like a sprite kind of thing, or like a PNG, like if I made just um if I made like a PNG, like a transparent of just like some leaves like this, or like uh, if it was like wiggly water, you know, and the player was idling over the water, like I wonder how easy it would be to get that to play. But then when you switch, how would that work?
yeah, that's
It was a
that's
it was a
that's
it
my
was a
thought.
thought
Like
thing.
getting those like particle systems to work wouldn't be terribly difficult. It's just it would be the transition and like how they work from where you are on the map.
Yeah, like
I don't know. Yeah.
how to trigger it over certain
Yeah,
surfaces,
the
because
hardest part would be
it
triggering
has
it.
to be able to read, well, what is it over. Then
Yeah.
you'd have to make boxes or whatever so that it knows what surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like it's something that they do. It's something that they do on platformers, which I thought was really cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you land, like when you're running on dirt and there's like dirt that follows the character, and then whenever you jump on grass, there's grass that follows the character. That kind of
Yeah.
like a little trail. I just
Yeah.
thought it would be neat to try to do something like that with the top down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely a way to do it. That is something I'd really have to dive into.
Yeah, because if you were fighting this turret over here, and you were like moving in a curve, and you could see like the curve that you were just moving in.
Yeah, and you just see like leaves flying.
Yeah,
Oh,
that would just be so cool.
yeah. Like I'm totally down for that. I think that'll be like near the end polish though, because that's gonna be very complex. It's gonna be more complex.
I wonder if we could just make a particle that just changes the saturation or the brightness of whatever, like wherever the sprite just was. Like if I just made like a sprite that was like this, where it had like a little cone to it,
Mm.
but then you had the particle system repeat the shape, over and over and over and over, but it changed in opacity and changed in brightness if it would look like it's changing what's underneath.
I think that's probably. I'm pretty sure that can be done. When I looked into lighting, there's stuff that works like that.
Yeah, that's the other thing that'll be really cool. Once we start casting like a big ominous shadow from this ship over the town, oh, it's gonna look so. Okay, well, I'll leave that alone. That we'll mess with later. Yeah, I think this is good for now. And if I add anything during my vacation or once I'm done, because I mean, I have 5 days off in a row. I think that'll be fine. I could most likely get these done tomorrow, because I'm just going to at least the not all the animations, but like because a lot of these animations like explosion, smoke loop, explosion, smoke loop. It's just the same
Yeah.
explosion, the same smoke loop. So
Mhm.
once one of them's done, they're all
Yeah.
done.
Exactly.
I may even mess with maybe even Frongy here. The mini boss.
Froggy.
Frongy. I misspelled it once and I just kept it.
Nice.
I just put an N on the file.
It's all good.
He's now Frongy.
Yeah. That's his name.
Bless you. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm probably gonna prioritize either the buildings tomorrow or maybe the ships tomorrow. Maybe the ships. But I think that's plenty. I know I'll have a nice first level.
Yeah. And I have the GitHub working, so I literally practiced by seeing if I could get it downloaded from GitHub onto my laptop, and I could. So on Tuesday, whatever I get done by Tuesday, I will upload to GitHub and then be able to download it onto my laptop, and I'm taking my laptop with me to St. Louis.
Sick.
So yeah.
What days are you on vacation?
I start vacation on Monday and I'm on vacation till the 30th.
Oh, till the 30th. Oh, okay.
I'm taking 2 whole weeks off.
Sheesh.
So I'm going to be working on this, considering that like I actually worked on this like once I sat down, and I don't do that with my actual work. I think I have a little more drive.
Yeah. Just a tad, right?
Yeah, just a 10. And one day when I sit down to stream, I will stream video games again. Like this whole stream has just been us talking about the game. So everybody out there in the internet is going to understand what it's like to brainstorm about making a video game with another person.
All the leaks.
Yeah. No, I am really excited that the boss fight actually seems more like deep than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Initially, like just by playing it as it is when it's doing something very basic has been kind of neat.
Nice. And this is like
I need to realize that.
I mean, looking at the lists and concepts for the other ones. I mean, this is the most basic because the other ones are going to get crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's a good place to start. But like, I think even though the other ones will be,
and the Nebulok is going to be just absolutely absurd considering he spawns the other boss.
Yeah, but the thing is as long as we have the code there, it's just going to be implementing it a little bit more, and it's not going to be too hard.
Yeah.
And I still don't think, even with the other bosses, like it's just going to be like implementing the complex thing about them. All the other base I have and I can do. So I don't think it's going to be too terribly difficult.
Yeah. No, I hope it's not any harder. I mean, I meant like difficulty for the player.
Oh yeah, of course.
like the boss fights themselves are gonna get way harder.
Yeah.
For the player. We're expendable.
And like the one thing is like, I don't want a save system. I wanted something that like you can just sit down, play for a few minutes. Like, you know, if you could speed run through it if you know how to do it in maybe 20-30 minutes. Like that's my plan. I don't want this to have any sort of like, I beat the first boss, I'm going to save and get up and leave. It's like, if you want to see everything, you're sitting down and playing.
Yeah.
So the difficulty we'll have to see. And maybe that's just like messing with difficulty, like choices, like easy, medium, and hard. But maybe at the end it's just like, nope, this game is actually, if you sit and play, it's going to take you multiple hours. There needs to be a save.
Yeah, we'll see how long a. Yeah, but then doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of a run? You know what I mean? And
True, but I don't want it to be like a roguelike. I don't want to have to work on those mechanics. So maybe, yeah, like, but the thing is you can beat Hades in 20 minutes after you've gotten, like, you know, through all that progression.
Yeah.
That's like the whole thing is like, I want it to be able to be beaten in a short amount of time. But then again, I also don't want, like, if you're trying to see everything, to take a huge amount of time, because I don't want there to I don't want to do any sort of like save system. Like if you're trying to get every Steam achievement, I just want that to take maybe an hour or two tops. Just you can't die in that hour or two. That's my problem. But I will say no, and I'm gonna throw that to the side, because I have it that when you kill a boss, you go to max health, so that'll help.
Yeah.
Or at least that's going to be like the normal. Maybe there is going to be like a very hard difficulty where it's like, nope, you have three hits and you're dead, type of thing. And that's like for the super challenge. Maybe there's an achievement for that. Maybe there's not. I don't want to make an impossible achievement, but we'd have to see. I'd have to have someone good at games play it and see if they could do it.
Right. Trying to think if there's anything else. He needs to be orange. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Gracias. A lot of this is doubled up, but it's
I don't know. Maybe the other thing is just like when I feel the boss loop is done, you're gonna need to sit down and play too.
Oh yeah, you'll have to show me how to.
Well, I can just compile it.
EXE
I compile it, and then you can. It's a zip folder you'll extract, and then you'll just run the exe. I mean, that's another thing you could do is like currently, so we can change what it like the icon is. Like currently it's just the Game Maker logo. We could have a custom icon for that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if Space Warriors is gonna stick. I also don't know what else to call the game. And I don't, but like the thing is like I've googled it, but I don't. Space Terrorist. I don't think there is a Space Warriors video game, but I could be wrong. There's Space Warrior, but no Space Warriors. Wait, no. One is inspired on the Dragon Ball anime, so I bet that's not real. Yeah, so I could take Space Warriors. I don't know. I'm not good at coming up with original names. So.
All right, I'll think about it.
And then our studio name for.
I mean, Space Warrior is on Switch. It's like a side scroller.
Yeah, it looks like a side scrolling shoot 'em up.
And then Space Warrior, this $200 game.
What?
Yeah.
What? Who said that?
It's like the third link. It's crazy.
Okay. Well, maybe I don't have to worry too much. Maybe no one's gonna.
Space Warriors was a movie.
Yeah, I know it's a movie. I'll have to put like not based off the movie.
Imperial Space Warriors.
We'll think.
apparently it's a Warhammer thing. Space Warriors.
I mean, they have everything. The Space Wolves, Space Warriors.
Space Star Patrol.
Uh, one thing we'll have to give like a developer.
Like, Stop, Conquer, Go.
Stop, Conquer, Go. When like
Stop, Pillage, and Leave.
when we upload it, like something to Steam, we have to give them like a developer and things. I was thinking Gather 5 Games or something. Like we need a studio name too.
Yeah, we need a studio name. So I was talking to Shanice about this. So I have a business license in Delaware.
Nice.
So we could use that if we put it under the creator owned.
Yeah,
tab.
I like that. That's cool.
And then it also plays into the indie thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like creator owned books is like like indie books. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just have to change the well, I wouldn't have to change the name of the company, but it's just the company called Creator Owned Collectibles. But because I did that whenever I pitched the PVC statues for Boom Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So to prep myself, but yeah, I paid all my taxes every year, so my business is still going, so I might as well use it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think I'm gonna change the color scheme. Like all the buildings are purple, floor's purple. I don't know, I gotta figure out that. I gotta come up with a vibe for the place.
Mm-hmm.
But I am picturing very tropical. So, clear blue sky, nice trees.
Mm-hmm.
So we may stay purple because purple might work really well with buildings. But we'll see. All right. Well, I need some coffee.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually stop my stream and I'm going to go make dinner.
You're gonna play Space Terrorists.
Space Terrorists. Yeah. Well, if you need anything, you can message me on Discord or Snapchat. But I'm gonna hop off of here.
All good. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna work on something or if I'm gonna see if the boys wanna run some Apex, but I'll figure out something. Right now I'm making cliffs. Stop y'all. Alright, cool. Alright, well we have a good game plan.
Yep.
I think if all goes well, we'll have a nice demo to play.
For sure.
Alright, broski.
See ya.
Later.
Yep, so as mentioned, I might actually play games when I stream. Who knows? But for now, I'm going to go make some dinner. So, thanks for hanging out. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Or just, check out my shorts. But this is coming along. A lot of great ideas. You just checked out some brainstorming between two indie devs. Because that's what we are now. We're indie devs. Weird to say. That's true.